Hewett
Alfie
today.
Hewett.
Yeah, I just don't think he can get off to that same kind of start that he did with Stefan Olsson, losing the first set 6-love, and then with Nico Pfeiffer yesterday, losing the first set 6-2. Alfie's got too much weaponry, too focused right now. I think he's a man on a mission, and so if Shingo kind of lays back, Alfie might just take this thing quickly.
Well, the head-to-head is 5-4 in favor of Kunieda, but they've split their last 4 matches. Kunieda winning earlier this year in Sydney, then Hewett winning at the Cajun Classic and the BNP Paribas World Team Cup. Kunieda won, and then you just mentioned the win in St. Louis by Hewett just before the U.S. Open.
Yeah, early on, I mean, and it's just 2 points in, but I'm not seeing Shingo try to get deep in the court on his recoveries. He's looking to go a little bit earlier, strike the ball a little bit earlier. And again, it's just 2 points, but that's a good sign for him not wanting to get off to that slow start.
Only 3 of their 9 matches have featured a third set. Generally, the first set is very indicative of who's going to win the match.
(15-30).
Alfie caught Shingo trying to kind of walk around and get a forehand, expecting something a little bit more central on that second serve, but Alfie went for a little bit more of the target out wide, caught Shingo cheating in, got the second serve ace.
He needed it. 15-30. Drop shot,
Not up.
and it works.
Yeah, we saw Shingo execute that shot yesterday a number of times, so clearly we know that he's got that weapon in his bag to drive Alfie back deep in the court. Look at that, scrambled by Alfie. That is some incredible chair work right there. And that only comes when you've been putting a lot of time in on the chair. And the fact that he even came close to that is a real testament to how well he can move the chair.
But it's a couple of break chances here for Kunieda if he needs them.
(30-40).
Break point. You know, he has seemed to me to come out with a little more sense of urgency to start this match, Paul, compared to what we've seen in the past couple of days, Kunieda.
No question. I mean, we're, what, 5 points in here? And he already looks a lot more aggressive to me. Great
that's
shot.
an amazing shot. That ball starting on in the middle of the alley and working its way back in.
Phenomenal backhand, and that's not unusual for Alfie. I mean, the ability to hit this shot, that is no fluke right there. And it looks like he just kind of flicked that wrist back behind him as if like, oh, I've got nothing else to do. He's hit that shot a lot. He trains that shot, and that's what allows him to continue to be sticking around at either 1 or 2 in the world.
Missed that one, and it's another break point for Kunieda.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 times now that we've seen Shingo kind of force the action and go forward into the court, looking to kind of finish at the net, force Alfie's hand into hitting a passing shot. One time it worked. We're at 50% now, but clearly you can see different approach by Shingo today.
Nice shot, and Kunieda gets the break to start the match.
First game.
So an excellent start for the world number 1.
Yeah, that approach, that playing style that we just saw in game number 1 is really this playing style that we've really come to know from Shingo, that ability to take the ball so early and disrupt players' timings. He does it well on both sides, forehand and backhand. Just disrupts your time and then come in with the angle that he finished that last shot on. or finish with touch. And again, the complete player that's made him, as you mentioned earlier, the GOAT, greatest of all time.
Kunieda won the Grand Slam in singles in 07, 09, 10, 14, and 15.
Kunieda, Shingo to serve.
And tack on a couple of Paralympic gold medals. And, yeah, you're looking at him.
The
The winner for Kunieda. Kunieda has hit now 3 winners, no unforced errors.
You saw a classic wheelchair tennis point there where initially Alfie had the advantage in the court, was pushing Kunieda around. Shingo was able to defend one good ball by Alfie and then flip the switch and get on the offense.
It's called good.
15-all.
Double line, almost like on the double line there. That's better than good.
Perfectly placed.
You can see Alfie generally keeps really great composure on the court. Going to take a lot for him to get undone, so.
$15-30.
First miss by Shingo there, trying to kind of take that forehand wide and pull Alfie out of the court. Just missed a little bit wide, but he'll continue to hit that shot all day here.
Kunieda hasn't won the U.S. Open since 2015. It's been a couple of years for him.
Well, we talked, I think, on the first broadcast about some injury issues that he was dealing with in his elbow. He's kind of had that now behind him, healthy again.
15-40.
Back full time playing at the top level.
Break points now for Hewett.
The old force that he was for many years on the tour, it seems like he is back in good form.
30-40.
Nice 82-mile-an-hour serve perfectly placed into the tee, forcing Alfie into the air there. We saw Shingo utilized that serve a lot yesterday against Nico Pfeiffer. That seems to be his favorite location for the serve on the deuce side.
Kunieda
Deuce.
pulls back to deuce.
You know, after a little bit of an aggressive rally between the two men right there, you saw Shingo throw one up, take a little pace off, restart the point, disrupt the rhythm that Alfie was starting to get into with that aggressive exchange they started the point with. And that's just his great presence on the court to know, hey, I'm not going to continue to feed you the same ball that you like shot after shot. See Alfie really working to get that forehand.
And Kunieda has battled all the way back to game point. To me, he always looks tired. Just kind of the way he looks out on the court, playing possum, as we would say.
Yeah, you know, if you see him pushing around on the grounds or whatever, it's like, yeah, did you just wake up from a nap?
Yeah,
he does. He does always maintain that kind of, it's just almost like a Zen kind of ability to just be relaxed. And but, there's no more fierce competitor than him.
That is an excellent hold.
Kunieda leads 2
And he
games to love.
consolidates his
First
break
set.
to go up 2-love as he is not off to the slow start that we've seen him get off to in his last couple of matches.
Yeah, I'm sure the coaching staff and team sat down with him and they went over that and really pounded that into him to say, hey, we cannot afford to get off to that start. You know, you did it in 2 matches. You were able to get through, but you're not going to do that here in the finals today. There's his coach. And so, yeah, clearly they got the message through because I'm seeing a different Shingo today, and they're smiling early on here with the 2-love lead.
Nets. First serve.
Just had too much time. That's like a
Love 15.
layup in basketball for Kunieda. He's just not going to miss that.
No, no way. The height, the depth, and the placement of that, pulling Alfie out wide, forcing that weak reply. And as you said, he's got all the options available there. Easy into the open court. Putting a lot of pressure on Alfie early on here. It's only been 2 games in.
Yeah, I mean, he is ripping right
Love
now.
30.
Kunieda with 5 winners. 3 forehands, 2 backhand winners. No weaknesses.
He hasn't shown any yet today, that's for sure. Boy, he looks strong.
$15-30.
You know, the one thing I know, Alfie's not going to back off. He's not gonna back off and start playing anything tentative. His game is about aggression. He's going to stay aggressive. He's going to look to kind of flip the tables on Shingo and be the aggressor here. So I think we're still in for some great tennis.
30-all.
Alfie will take that unforced error, take that to 30-all, say thank you very much. Maybe ease into holding here and settling in after the first major break in this match.
$40-30.
Here, Alfie say, let's go, come on. Little fist pump. Getting himself going there with that little let cord backhand winner. Three backhand winners for Alfie already in this early parts of this set. So you can tell that he likes to hit that shot. Wow.
Deuce.
Deuce.
Big shot by Shingo. Pushing in, lining it up. Big margin. Great target. Nothing Alfie can do to answer that. Both these players capable of hitting shots like that. You know, we're going to see a lot of brilliance from both of these players. Back to deuce.
Big game here for Hewett. Kunieda could really take control of this set if he can break again. Hewett's only won 1 second serve point this set.
Yeah, I can see where Shingo is getting into the court to receive these returns. Very deep inside the court. Really putting the pressure on Alfie. Tried to drop
Hewett.
shot. Missed it.
to deuce.
Yeah, I think Alfie was anticipating Shingo going cross court there. Shingo had enough time to see and maybe sense where Alfie was positioning himself on the court, took that backhand up the line, kind of caught Alfie almost a little bit flat-footed, the chair not in quite the good position, not able to execute the forehand return there.
Advantage, Hewett.
Alfie working hard here to try to get this hold, and he knows how important it is, so he's going to put the effort in. He would really like to change over at 1-2 versus 0-3. He's going to be focused here, get a game plan for this point, and try to close this game out on his serve.
Oh, nice shot.
Great get, good defense.
Another drop
Deuce.
shot from Kunieda. It ends up working, though Alfie had a play on it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It looked like Alfie had the push, looked like he timed it. I don't know if he kind of had a change of mind right there in the middle. Looked like there was almost there in plenty of time. Let's see if we can get another good look here. I don't know. There's the drop. He's definitely on it. Just maybe that second bounce just checked up a little bit more on him than he thought it was going to. Oh, great
Right to his
ball.
body, yeah.
Yeah, great ball. Deep down the middle. Jammed him up. Love to see that. Sometimes the smartest play isn't always trying to go away from these guys when they can get full extension with the way that they can hit the ball off both sides. Sometimes tying them up is what's going to produce the easier reply or no reply at all.
Oh, that just went out.
Game, Hewett.
And Hewett picks up his first game of the match.
2-1.
But it's Kunieda up
First set.
a break, 2-1 here in the first set.
Here we go with Shingo
15
attacking
love.
the tee again, as we've talked about numerous occasions. Boy, he's got that serve dialed in pretty well. In there at about 83 miles per hour, but perfectly located. Gets the easy return to serve error to get up 15 love.
30 love.
Hewett was pretty animated about something on that changeover. You're allowed to get coaching, and he went over to his box and was not happy about something. Don't know what it was, but
Yeah, it didn't
see
look
how
like,
his mood is.
yeah, it didn't look like it was coaching related. Looks like it was just something that was irritating him. But
30,
Well, that's a good
15.
response.
yeah. Well, he's certainly swung out on these first three returns that he's had looks at. So maybe there was a mention of, hey, just pick up your aggression. Don't let Shingo get on the attack first. That might have been one conversation. He looks like, you can just tell, he looks like he's pushing the chair just in this return game. It looks like he's pushing the chair a little bit more aggressively, trying to create a little bit more momentum before going into his shot.
Oh, another
30 all.
nice backhand. 30 all.
A little bit more aggressive push usually leads to a little bit more aggressive swing. And you see here, right here, lines it up. Talked about his backhand a little bit earlier. He really enjoys that shot, quickly comes out of that shot ready to defend if necessary.
Got him again.
40.
He read that one well. Maybe he'd figured he'd beaten him up the tee a couple times. He was due to go out wide. He was sitting on it. Came right out behind him. Definitely get a little momentum going back to Alfie's way right now.
He's looking for his first break. Nice drop.
Oh, that's been a shot that's been good to him so far today. He missed one earlier, but I think he's had at least two, almost three that have been successful.
Anything Hewett can do to better prepare himself for those?
It's tough. Shingo disguises it really well. You've got to kind of defend against what's normal for him, which is driving balls, kicking things with big topspin, and all of a sudden he comes in and just cuts that ball short. If you're on a reverse, that's a problem. And you can see right there,
Advantage.
he knew
Kunieda.
Alfie was going to be reversing hard on that ball, so he just said, I'll just dump it. He's got his back turned to the court.
That's magical what he does with the ball.
Yep. He knows Alfie's going to recover hard right there. Back to him. Just slice that. There we go. A little fist bump from Shingo. Both these guys came to play today.
Game point.
Mr. Kunieda is challenging the call. The right near sideline. The ball was called in.
Almost looked as if Alfie thinks that he might be right on the challenge here. Players tend to know when they hit a ball how close it is.
Chase review shows that it was
Stands.
good.
Deuce. Advantage.
Boy, Alfie
Hewett.
is just wearing that ad
Mr.
side
Kunieda has
corner
two
out
challenges
with
remaining.
both the backhand and the forehand. Sets it up with that backhand, which he's hit repeatedly today. Walks around, crushes the forehand in the same exact location for the winner. Beautifully executed point.
Game. Hewett.
And there's the break back. So Kunieda led 2-love to start
Two
the
games all,
match.
first sets.
And now Hewett has fought his way back to 2-all.
Yeah, that service game down love 2 that Alfie was able to pull out and hold was really critical for him to kind of regain some confidence and momentum in this match. And after that, he's really been executing at a higher level, hitting a bigger ball, hitting his targets on both sides. So we're in for a beautiful final here today.
So we'll see if the youth of Hewett is starting to wear down Kunieda here a little bit. Kunieda 34, Hewett 20. They've each won 2 games in a row to start this match.
$15 15 all.
Both players incredibly physically fit. So if this thing has to go 3 for today, both of them will be prepared to do that. Both of them will go through all the routines of eating and drinking properly here. Expecting a long match. Expecting high intensity. Both of them are really well prepared for that. So if it goes that way, we won't see anybody crash here today. We'll see both players be ready to go deep into a third if necessary.
Good shot from Kunieda.
15-30.
You know, for the tennis people who are watching, not wheelchair tennis people so much, but just tennis people who know the game, you're really seeing two wheelchair tennis players play a very able-bodied tactical game. Both kind of setting up shop a little bit off-centered, trying to work their forehands inside out, open up courts by pulling their opponent off on the backhand side, and then ability to get in and rip forehands down the line for winners. Both executing that pattern very well today.
Oh, nice.
30 all.
Yeah, if given a preference, Alfie will take this all day. Loves that backhand.
This is their 5th match of the year, and they've split the last 4.
Great serve by Alfie. Weak reply. Easy finish for him on the forehand side.
Hewett with a chance to win his 3rd straight game.
Both players playing at a really high level. Alfie with 12 winners, 2 unforced errors. Shingo 10 winners, 6 unforced. Just a few more unforced errors from Shingo so far. Can't get Alfie back in this set, ready to take the lead.
Game Hewett.
There's another one.
So Hewett has now won 3 straight games to take his first
Hewett leads
lead
3
of this
games to
match.
2. First set.
So it is 2-3, but that score is a little bit deceiving because Hewett's now won 3 straight games and has grabbed the momentum. Let's see if Kunieda can now restore order in his mind. 2-3 down.
See Shingo chewing on something. He knows he's in for a fight today, so he's eating on the changeovers, getting that fuel in the tank.
It's been a long start. 30 minutes it's taken them to play these 6 games. Ever so slowly, Hewett's wrestled the momentum back.
Yeah, and it's been at a high intensity. I mean, it's not like they came out and eased into this match. It's been kind of from the get-go. Both of these guys have been getting after it, so. Alfie's definitely brought up the intensity here in these last 3 games. Yeah, it's a great point right there.
15-all.
Both of them taking a big sigh of relief.
These guys are working hard.
Yeah, 21-shot rally at that intensity. Going to expend a lot of energy.
Good return.
15,
Yeah, the
30.
times that Shingo's gone to that forehand on the deuce side, Alfie's had the answer a number of occasions here. Quick little chair adjustment creates a lot of great momentum going in there, so as he had to adjust to chase that ball out on the forehand side, had the momentum of the chair already established, makes a quick little adjustment with the chair to turn to put himself into position, strikes that ball clean winner down the line.
Oh, yeah. Hewett really getting that ball
15,
off the first
40.
bounce, keeping the pressure on Kunieda, and now a chance for his 4th straight game.
Forcing Shingo into the defensive mode. But when you can finish like that on the forehand side to that target, that depth, there's no answer for that. I think early on what I'm seeing is Shingo's playing well, playing aggressively, but Alfie's got a little bit bigger ball off both the forehand and the backhand side. And he's been able to finish a few more points where Shingo's been in a position to finish them. He just doesn't have as big a shot as Alfie does. And so Alfie's been able to track a few balls down.
So a double fault gives Hewett his 4th straight game. Kunieda has not won a second serve point in this match.
Shingo normally serves at a really high percentage of first serves, which is good because clearly he probably knows Alfie can handle that second serve, that he's got to keep that percentage high. Well, they've played enough for him to know that. You can see him a little disappointed in there. He would have really liked that game. Yeah, not happy with himself.
Hewett just continues to be so aggressive.
Looks at his box, gets that reassurance, lets him know, yep, I'm staying on this game plan here. We've got it dialed in right now. I'm the one in control, and I'm going to stay in control. That's that quiet confidence that I talked about earlier with Alfie. He's got it.
15 winners, only 3 unforced errors for Hewett. And there's basically no ball that he's not getting right now.
Yeah, and when he's getting it, it's not like he's just getting it back. He's doing something with it. And I'll tell you what, Shingo is not playing poorly. This is all Alfie. I mean, he's just really responded after that Love 2 start. Close to reeling off 5 straight games here and really being in command of this first set. Shingo's got to do something to kind of stop this momentum, break the momentum that Alfie has established here. A winner there really helps him do that. See if he can get back to 30 all, possibly put a little bit more pressure on Alfie's serve, and maybe steal a break here.
Good.
You could pretty much put a little circle, about a 5-foot radius back in that ad side corner, and if we had a graph to show it, Alfie has just dominated that part of the court. Come on, fist pump. Alfie is pumped up. I like it. I like it a lot.
40-30.
Shingo quiets him down. Simple little backhand drive up the line for a winner.
Good shot.
Deuce.
Shingo knows, you can tell, the last couple swings, he knows he's got to put more pressure on Alfie. He can't just sit back, put some balls in play, and let Alfie tee off like he had been here for the last 4 games. So he's going to press the action, look to dictate, see if he can get some easy responses, just like that. Soft touch. A nice point to get it back to deuce.
Advantage, Hewett.
That out wide serve that Alfie's hit on the deuce side has really worked pretty well for him most of the day. I think he's kind of catching Shingo, cheating a little bit. But he's got to be able to execute that. All credit to him for being able to pull the trigger on those serves.
Deuce.
Yeah, I think he's telling himself, poor choice. Poor choice. Get it out, Alf. Get it out. Be done with it.
He's on the verge of a 5-2 lead. He's got to keep it together here.
That's a bad miss right there. Yeah, seems to be a little bit out of sorts despite the fact that he's been in command here last 4 games. All of a sudden, he's kind of come a little bit unglued last 2 points.
He may have just gotten a little too pumped up here.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can happen.
It's a fine line. Yeah, he's a little bit out of sorts. Just to refocus.
Got him.
Deuce.
Shingo trying to press the action really aggressively, but maybe just a little bit too much. Alfie had too much time to line that one up. And that's just a classic cross-court forehand that he trains on every day. No problem for him to hit that passing shot.
Hewitt's actually won more points on his second serve percentage-wise than his first. Oh,
Wow.
That's good. The bottom dropped out on that ball.
Yeah.
This is turning into quite a pivotal game here.
He hit the back of the line on that one, and the farther back of the line on that second one. But Alfie's got to be thinking, if that's what it takes to win points against me, I'm going to be in good shape, because that's tough to sustain that.
Game.
Kunieda breaks.
New balls,
Ends the 4-game run of Hewitt. A little sigh of relief.
Hewitt leads 4 games to 3.
But it's still Hewitt in the lead. 3-4. Oh, look at a gray day outside. But everything high and dry inside Armstrong.
New balls.
In this men's wheelchair singles championship, Kunieda, the number 1 seed, serving 3-4 here in the first set to the number 2 seed, Alfie Hewett. Hewitt won 4 straight games, and Kunieda finally breaking that streak by breaking Hewett in the last game. Nice.
Love 15.
Once again, setting everything up by hitting that target right there, pulling Shingo in. Now he knows. Nothing I can do about that. If you can string those 2 shots together corner to corner, pretty unstoppable the way Alfie strikes the ball.
Love 30.
You know, it's hard to tell for, I know the people who are watching on TV and watching. It's hard to have a sense of the pace that these guys are hitting the ball, but they are ripping the ball. I mean, I've been on a court with these guys before, and that ball is jumping off these rackets, and the TV does not do it any justice. But believe me, these are some heavy balls hit with a lot of spin, and there's a great example right there. I mean, Alfie is teeing off on that and just generate incredible racket speed.
That's the thing that has surprised me, just all the spin that they use, just by virtue of the way they hit the ball. So much action on that ball. And it's a triple break point here for Hewett.
Nets. Second serve.
You know, one of Shingo's great strengths over the years has been his ability to kick that second serve, both first and second, high to backhands. Well, when Alfie, or anybody like Alfie, can hit a backhand like they can, that's not so much a guarantee anymore.
Nice pass.
15-40.
A little sigh of relief there to stay alive, maybe kind of get himself back in this game. 1 point at a time. Maybe he can get a freebie from Alfie and then earn another one to get back to deuce, but Alfie is going to be eager to grab this game again.
He was a little too eager to come into the net in that last game, or last point. Still break point. Absolutely love that camera angle, Paul, because it gives you an idea of what you were referring to, just how hard they hit it and with the spin they're hitting it. This is at eye level throughout most of that point we were watching, and man, that was a nice point. Hewett winning it and breaking.
You read my mind. You know, I was like, all of a sudden it just dawned on me. I'm like, yeah, we're looking at this thing from a little bit different perspective right here. And all credit to our camera crew for giving us that look, and maybe we'll take a couple more looks like that throughout the day here. But that really does give you that perspective that we were talking about.
I know you're new to television, but directors get sick of us commentators asking for that camera angle because we all love it, but they feel like you can overuse it. So,
well, don't overuse it, but just sprinkle it in.
It was
now and
a
again.
perfect example of what you were talking about, though. So Hewett serving for the set. First point to Kunieda. Oh, what a shot.
That's a rocket right there. That's just a young buck taking a rip at a ball and hitting it. No fear, lining it up. I like to see that.
And again,
confidence growing with every shot right now. Little shout at his box. Gives himself a come on. Shingo trying to slow it down a little bit here. He knows Alfie's on a run.
All.
Couple of big points coming up here. Hewett trying to serve out this set.
Had a quick exchange with his coach right there. It's not something you see happen too often with Shingo, that he'll actually dialogue with the coach in the midst of it all.
Missed it. Oh, an ambitious attempt. Can't fault him for that.
No, that's one he would have liked. He kind of came with the approach up the middle, which didn't really provide Alfie with a lot of angle. Got a ball he could handle. Just kind of tried to be a little bit too good with it.
Set point.
Ooh, Alfie trying to curl that one. Again, maybe he's saying, I'm not sure why I'm doing that. Some feedback from his box a little bit. I think sometimes these players like having the box there that they can talk to, even if it's just to get some stuff off their mind.
Sure. Good get.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to get that.
No, that's a great slice backhand down the line. I don't know if Alfie was expecting that. Kind of threw him off a little bit. That's not a shot we've seen a lot today. Shingo known to throw that in at the time to disrupt that rhythm that Alfie was trying to find.
So instead of set point, it's break point. Kunieda missing again. He's trying to get into the net. Twice this game, he's missed from close range.
Yeah, the other one was a little tougher. That one surprises me. He had that one lined up. He did everything right to kind of create that opportunity there. Back to deuce. Alfie fought that one off.
Wow.
Advantage, Kunieda.
Winner off the return. Just outguessed Hewett.
Yeah, and that's that pattern that Shingo usually established with going that backhand up the line or down the line. And then Alfie kind of expecting that again. He goes the other way.
Good serve.
Wow.
Got him.
Just relentless attack from Alfie. Shingo doing everything he could to get balls back. 3 in a row. Really phenomenal defense, but from that position, eventually you're going to give up something weak, and Alfie's going to know what to do with it. He sure did.
Again, Hewett trying to wrap up the set here.
Well, these good players know when they fight off attacks from their opponent. Him having the one break point there, he fought it off. 2 break points now, actually. Really get pumped up.
Hewett's been pretty good on his second serve.
Cat and mouse here.
Just too much open court for Hewett, and it's set point.
Yeah, it's going to take an exceptional drop shot for either one of these guys to not get to the ball. Alfie's just too fast, too good on the wheels. Was there in plenty of time. Roll that forehand up the line for the easy winner.
Oh, Hewett had that to win the set and dumped it in the net.
Don't look up at the replay, Alf.
No.
I don't know if there is one, but you don't want to see that one again. That's great camera work right there. You know, these players, these friends and family, they live these matches with these players. A lot of emotions.
Hewett puts himself back in position. And this time, Hewett does not waste the opportunity. He closes out the set 6-3. Well, time's been called. You can see Shingo Kunieda taking a pretty long break. We had over 8 minutes since the last point. He lost the first set. Certainly within his rights to do it. We'll see if it improves his chances if he's able to hit the reset button here, because it felt at times like he was getting dominated in that first set.
Yeah, by a little bit
of
as
competitive as he could.
Oh, for sure. He's playing well. It just seems like it's a bit of a younger, stronger version of himself right now.
15 love.
You know, again, we talked about it in the first set. After those first two games, which Shingo came out very aggressively, you know, really trying to assert himself. And then, you know, it's whether Alfie has an answer to that. And he had the answer, and you could see it on that third game and fourth game to get it to 2-all, how much he just upped the energy, upped the striking of the ball, and really kind of took command of that set, just physically took command of that set.
Good shot.
15 all.
That's been the really the dominant matchup right there. Shingo has not had the answer for that Alfie backhand to backhand rally, and Alfie will want to stay in that one as much as he can because he's owned it.
28 winners for Hewett. Oh, he got it.
15,
On the run, down the line, in the corner. I mean, nothing you can do but shake your head, clap your hands.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is as good as it gets right there. Cannot be done better.
And again, Hewett pouring on the power and has a chance to break.
Fired up.
Game.
Oh, he's feeling it. Hewitt breaks right away to start the second set.
Glances, asks for the towel, towels off, back to work. He didn't do what he wanted to do with that ball, and Shingo certainly didn't do with with that shot what he wanted to. Easy finish for Alfie. Got all his elixirs lined up there, each one providing him something. Certainly whatever it's providing him, it's working today. He's got the right mix going. Pink one for the forehand, cloudy one for the backhand.
Mr. Hewett is challenging the call.
Hewitt's going to go to the chase
center
review
service
on
line.
this serve.
The ball was called out.
Call is out. Just
Call
missed it.
stands. Second serve. Lob 15.
Double fault.
Mr. Hewett has 2 challenges remaining.
That is the first double fault of the match for Hewett.
And only one for Shingo, so both of these guys are not giving free points away on their serves in that regard.
Kunieda's asking for a fan to be quiet. Just
Lob
missed.
30.
Got him this time.
No quitting there. No quitting there.
Love seeing that angle,
Yeah.
though, of his face as he tried to get that ball.
Dig that one out.
Huh.
Yeah. Termination right there. Beautiful.
15-40.
And again, we're seeing Shingo kind of get on the attack, like trying to get into net a number of times here in this game alone. He might feel like that's his best bet because the baseline rallies have clearly been going to Alfie all day. And he's going to look to disrupt his rhythm.
Break point. Huh.
Do I use the challenge? Nope.
Does it. It messed him up last time. Double faulted. And he double faults again.
Kunieda.
Wow. So Hewett gives the break
One game
back to
all, second
Kunieda.
set.
Unable to maintain his momentum. He came out of the gate so strong in that first game. So that's a disappointing service game for Hewett.
Yeah, it's 1-1, but Shingo looks relieved there. I think relieved to have kind of just stemmed the tide of that first set where Alfie just roared through after the early lead that Shingo had. Now at 1-1, you know, it looks like we're locked into another battle here for this set.
What a shot on the run.
Yeah,
15.
yeah. Boy, Alfie loves that shot. Loves everything about that backhand, and it is lethal. Shingo can only sit there and look at it,
Moving as he
shake
hits
his
it.
head. You know, we've talked so much about Shingo over the course
Mr.
of this
Kunieda
tournament.
is challenging the call.
Maybe the greatest of all time,
Left
and everything like
service
that.
line,
But
the ball was called
it is
fault.
shots like that Alfie's hit here today that Shingo kind of brought into the game, and what really transcended the game, kind of moved the needle of the game of wheelchair tennis forward. And again, it's this generation of players that are coming up now, and Alfie being one of them that has taken the model that Shingo built and is just improving upon it and really elevating this game.
Should have the lob, yeah.
A little vertical game here. Lines it up. Oh, you come get it.
Got it. Love 40.
Last two times Alfie's pushed that forehand up the line. So if that happens again, I think Shingo will go there. He'll be waiting for that one up the line again. Too strong. Great on the wheels.
Mr. Kunieda has
It's an
two
easy flick.
challenges remaining.
Just don't drop me, Shingo. I'm there. Another potential easy break of service for Alfie.
It was there.
15-40.
Yeah, he hasn't missed many of those today, has he? He continues to just tack up huge total winners. 34 so far total winners in this match. That's incredibly impressive against a guy who's got such great mobility like Shingo Kunieda.
Well, Kunieda has been saved here. A couple of errors from Hewett, but still break point. All Hewett needs is one good swing, and he's back in front by a break.
Nets for serve. Mr. Kunieda is challenging the call.
Kunieda's challenging this. It was right in
near
front of the
sideline, ball was
umpire.
called in.
So he's shaking his head as if he knows it was out.
Risky challenge because if not,
Yeah.
he really was in a position to finish that point anyway.
Let's see.
He better be right. Oh.
And he
Nice.
was, yeah.
Yes, he
so,
was.
That was a missed call by the umpire.
Sometimes those ones right in front of him there are actually tough for them to see from the chair.
So
Boy.
3 straight points Hewett has lost.
What kind of hair product he uses? Chair umpire. Thinking about making a change.
And
Advantage.
Kunieda comes all the way back to game point.
Wow. This would be a pretty significant swing in momentum here if
Yeah.
he could get this hold. Boy, after the love 40. Taking some time, really getting a good thought in his head right here. He wants to get this desperately.
Deuce.
You know, you saw Shingo put a good slice in low to Alfie's forehand. And I think that might be a tactic that could possibly work a little bit for him here today. Just really force Alfie to have to rip up on that ball that's sitting down a little bit more. He certainly has proven that he can handle things that are kicking up for him with the topspin. So I'll be curious to see if Shingo kind of looks for that a little bit more as we get deeper into this second set.
Oh, he had
Advantage.
it.
Kunieda.
Game point Kunieda.
Game. Kunieda.
Hewett serving 1-2, but he's lost 2 straight games. Just out.
Oh, you
15
can hear both players audibly grunting with each swing of the racket. You know they're really putting forth max efforts here. And then quietly just collect themselves and start the point, but they are exerting a lot of energy.
all.
Double fault starting to ratchet up a little bit for Alfie in this set. That's his third, just in this set alone. Didn't have any in the first set. I think Shingo will gladly take any of those free points that he can get.
$30-15.
30-15 points. Much more tough right now for Hewett. Hewett, a finalist here last year, looking for his first U.S. Open singles title.
There's a flatter ball by Shingo. You know, typically he hits a ball with a lot of margin, a lot of spin, But those are balls that Alfie's been able to track down today and get good looks at. He flattened that return of serve out, really forcing Alfie to toss nothing strong back at him for the easy, volley winner there. We'll see if Shingo continues to flatten things out a little bit.
Yeah.
Big point there. Now game point for Hewett.
Shingo thinks that was a missed opportunity there. That's the smile. That's what that smile's telling me. That should be 40-30 my way. Credit to Alfie for taking care of his business.
Oh, bad
Hewett.
luck for Kunieda,
2
and
games all,
Hewett
second
needed
set.
that to hold.
Yeah, I think he was in a pretty good position there. Obviously, that ball comes over clean. I think Shingo's got that volley lined up. But that's what happens sometimes in tennis.
2-all.
Ball bounces.
Love
shot.
15.
Another winner for Alfie. The winner total just continuing to mount, stack up.
It's up to 36 now.
I mean, that's just really. Both of these players have been playing at a high level today. I mean, this is outstanding tennis.
Oh, what a shot.
Wow.
What a point. Just the physicality of these points.
Yeah, both players just totally committing to everything they've got. And at the end there, it's Alfie from the middle of the court just taking that backhand inside out, painting that line for the winner. As he almost approaches 40 winners for the match, just 3 shy. I'm sure he'll find them out there somewhere. Shingo continuing to be on the attack, going forward in the court. Alfie thinks he missed an opportunity there for an easy pass.
I think he did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Again, the smile, I think, sometimes tell you more about the missed opportunity than the one you did get. I think that's a good response, though, from players. They can kind of shake it off and laugh it off, smile it off versus the other option.
Set himself up
15,
nicely
40.
there.
Yep.
Break point. Thought he might come in behind that shot, but he didn't.
He was prepared to and saw the lob, knew he had plenty of time, utilized that 2 bounces, and forced Shingo to kind of make a commitment. Finish to the open court.
Oh, good get.
Game.
And
Hewett.
that's just too strong. Hewitt breaks again and
Hewett
goes up
leads
3-2 in this
2
second set.
And 1 set to love.
Well, the sun's starting to set.
Nets for serve.
And Alfie Hewett up a set and a break here in this championship. Good return.
Love 15.
Yep.
Out.
Alfie, I think, sensed Shingo really working hard to get around out into that alley, try to maybe get a forehand he could drive. So he tried to sneak that second serve up the line. Got a little bit too greedy there. Gave the easy point. He's not happy about that.
Hewitt struggling here. He just broke.
$15-30.
Thirty all.
Alfie with the answer to everything that Shingo was throwing at him right there early in the point. About the second or third shot, he really pulled Alfie off the court. Had a backhand that he looked to execute up the line, left it short. I think he'd had a little more depth. He'd have closed that point out, but let Alfie hang around and get it back to 30 all. Missed opportunity by Shingo.
Little miss hit, and now break point Kunieda.
He knows he's got to get something going here quickly. Alfie continues to gain confidence. That could be a repeat of the first set. He knows this is pretty much a critical juncture in this set here, back in this match.
Deuce.
Well, you get the feeling this is a huge game. Hewitt, he can hold here, may go a long way in subduing Kunieda.
Yeah, he didn't do enough with that return of serve. He worked hard to get what he wanted. He didn't do enough of it, just had too much court to cover. He went to that backhand side. Alfie was there and able to drive that ball down the line. And
His first serve percentage just dropped in this set. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah.
Nice pickup.
great point by both guys. Good
Advantage
finish by
Kunieda.
Shingo. It's just having to do more work to finish points than Alfie is. I mean, he's having to come up with shots that are of a little bit more difficult nature, whereas most of Alfie's winners are just coming off raw power off the forehand and backhand side. Shingo having to use all sorts of magic to create points.
Mr. Hewitt is challenging the call, the right service line.
Service
Ball
called
was
out.
called
It's a
fault.
little late. So Hewitt's challenging.
Call stands.
Correct call. Second serve at break
Second
point. And Kunieda breaks back.
Yep, and I think that
Kunieda.
approach there, and the last time he had that option, he
3
went
games all,
cross
second
court
set.
with that forehand. This time he went
Mr.
hard
Hewett
down the line,
has
got a
one
lot more
challenge
depth on it,
remaining.
and Alfie couldn't track it down. So I think that's the better approach for Shingo
3
in the
games
future.
apiece.
Having to work hard to win points. Alfie's still sitting at 39 winners, one more to get up to 40 for the match. Shingo with 23 total. That's a impressive number for anybody, but both these guys producing great shots.
Love 15.
It's been tough to hold serve lately.
It has. A little lack of focus there from Shingo.
We've had 4 breaks in the 6 games of this set. Good shot. Hewett takes a love 30 lead.
Yeah, and that's an example of the ball that Alfie hits compared to what Shingo hits. And they hit to the same targets. They hit those targets well, but he's just got more bite, more depth, more power behind it. And with the excellent mobility that Shingo has, he still can't track those down.
That was out.
Yeah, we call that a good miss. Had the right shot. Missed a little long. He'll take that. That didn't faze him at all.
Oh, that's too good.
15-40.
Big roar from the young British Lion, Alfie Hewett.
He's got another chance to go up a break.
He wants it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Still hungry. That's the attitude you have to be a champion. Win Grand Slams. Not shying away from anything.
Game, Hewett.
It's out. Yeah, it was just enough to throw Kunieda off. So Hewett once again has destiny
Leads 4 games
under
to
his
3
own
in the
control.
second set.
Can he
And
hold
1 set to
serve?
love.
That would go a long way in helping secure his first U.S. Open title. So once again, Hewett up a break, has the new balls here. It's just too good on that return.
Yep, with the new ball, that's going to fly through there for the easy return of serve winner.
Server's been at a disadvantage in this set so far, so it'd be so huge for Hewett to be able to hold here. He's got to find a way to put this serve where Kunieda can't attack it. That's a good serve.
Yeah, it is.
15
Right on cue, Sam.
Yeah.
Way to coach him up.
It's easy from here to see what he needs to do. It's hard to do it down there.
$30-15.
That's a good shot.
Oh,
Kunieda is desperately, I think, Paul, trying to be more aggressive. One last push, and he just has not been able to pull it off here. Hewett has had an answer, and now Hewett, with the rare opportunity to hold, we've had a lot of breaks in this set.
yeah, first little.
There it is.
Yeah, first little hint of
Hewitt leads 5 games
of doubt
to
on
3.
Shingo's face
Second
there
set.
prior to that 40-15 point. And then just no answer for that backhand right there for Alfie to close that thing out and take the commanding lead in this second set and poised to just win this thing straight up.
There have been 5 breaks of serve in this second set. We've completed 8 games. Obviously, Kunieda has struggled to hold serve. And a
Mr.
double
Kunieda is
fault to
challenging
start the
ball.
game.
The right service line, the ball is called fault.
He's going to challenge.
That's more out of frustration, I think, than anything that he's
Yeah.
issuing this challenge here.
Call stands. Lob 15.
Hewett looking for his first U.S. Open title.
There's
Too
a
good.
great
15
point
all.
there.
Mr. Kunieda has 1 challenge.
Shingo's going to get back in this match. He's going to have to continue to string a few points like this together. And so far today, he has not been able to do that much except for the first 2 games early on. Other than that, it's been Alfie who's been the one that's stringing things together.
Missed return by Hewett, 30-15.
Yeah, I don't know how much Alfie's going to start to think, oh my goodness, I'm on the verge of
Yeah.
winning the U.S. Open.
Exactly.
And not focus up on doing what he's been doing all day, which is striking the ball cleanly on the forehand and the backhand side.
He lost in the final last year.
Probably a good experience for him. Probably learned a lot going through that process. Telling himself he's not going to do that again. Sure, he came in with a mission.
Nope.
40-15.
And Kunieda with a chance to get a rare hold for him.
Yeah, some unforced errors from Alfie, just already 2 in this game. And so maybe there are little nerves starting to creep in as this thing gets closer to a possible close.
It's been so tough to hold, though. I'm not ready to give Kunieda this game.
I agree.
And there's a winner from Hewett. Keeps him alive. Hewitt seems to be pretty composed for his age.
Yeah, you know, I've always
Mature
really,
beyond his years on the court.
that is a perfect way to explain it. I've always thought that about Alfie. He's always carried himself exceptionally well. Coming up through the junior ranks, always seemed to be pretty mature, pretty poised, full of belief in his talents. You can see that right there.
Back-to-back winners. He's, again, 2 points from the U.S. Open title.
Just like that, erases both of those hold opportunities for Shingo that have been few and far between here. He's continuing to talk to himself. Positive voice talk, I'm sure. Really putting pressure on Shingo in his serve.
Shingo's won 2 second serve points this set, 2 of 11. And now championship point for Alfie Hewett, who will desperately be hoping for a second serve here.
Doesn't look over anxious. Yep. He's thinking, hit a target. Hit a target, take home a trophy. Wow.
Next. Second serve.
Second serve on championship point. Again.
Alfie's going to get a good look here, and he's going to get after it. Wow.
Missed it.
Wow, that serve was deep. Deep second serve. I'm sure that he thought he was going to get something a little shorter than that. He was going to get a good look at it. Shingo fights it off.
So Shingo saves a championship point, still not out of trouble. Oh, he played right into Shingo's hands there.
Gives it a come on. Whew, Coach wiping the sweat from his brow in a cold stadium.
That was so well executed by Kunieda. He set that up perfectly.
A little extra explosion on the chair at the end there just to make sure he got that ball high above the net.
So game point Kunieda. Hewitt will get that second serve that he wants. Kunieda 3 of 13 this set behind the second serve. But he did win his last second serve point on championship point. And Kunieda attacking, stays alive in the tournament. But now Alfie Hewett has a chance to serve it out. Is he up to that challenge? So a moment of truth for Alfie Hewett, a threshold perhaps to cross in his young career. Number 2 in the world, serving for the U.S. Open. He had a U.S. Open championship point on Kunieda's serve.
We'll see if with that hold, Shingo's back to life.
Kunieda played very aggressive in that last game to save his serve. And there again, Kunieda is going for winners, and Hewett seems to be a little too defensive right now.
Yeah, if he lets him claw and get himself back into this match when he had a chance to close him out, he might regret it. But I don't think Alfie's done yet.
Kunieda with a saber.
The first real sign of frustration there from Alfie as he whacks the ball underneath the net. Not happy with himself. Like that all started and we just kind of rolled a simple serve in there. Really didn't get after that first serve. Shingo got on the attack.
Kunieda's just dominating right now. He's swinging for winners. And Hewett, I think, is tightened up.
Yeah, the momentum is swinging. You can start to feel it. It's crazy how
getting
quickly.
the score back even will fire Hewett up again. Can be a pretty helpless feeling. Be so close. He doesn't have an answer. And Kunieda breaks at love to tie this second set 5-all.
That's the fastest game we've seen, I think, the entire match, without question.
It's this attacking style that's paying dividends for Kunieda. Hewett has been left to defend, and that's been a struggle. So see if Kunieda can keep the momentum going. He was down championship point in his last service game. That's more like what we were seeing from Hewett. Again, sometimes it takes almost losing that lead to be that splash of cold water in the face.
Yeah, he's going to swing his way out of this. That would be the appropriate approach.
This is where we make champions, right here in these moments. Certainly Kunieda is already a champ. Knows how to handle this. I think it's a real threshold for Hewett. Is he ready to cross it?
Love 30.
2 winners in a row for Hewett.
A little more tension in the box there than what we saw earlier. Things were going all Alfie's way. Shingo desperately needs this point. I don't think he wants to go down triple championship point.
Yeah, so does Hewett. It's
And he's
5-all.
got it. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So it's just break point for Hewett.
Yeah, good save there, Sam.
I'm sure that Hewett wishes you were right.
Yeah. Well, he'll take the 6-5.
A lot of our audience in Great Britain wishes you were right. But Hewett at least has responded here so far. I love it. What a response from Hewett. Instead of being subdued, he came out swinging in that game. Alfie Hewett spent that changeover giving himself a pep talk. He failed in his last chance to close it out. He's got a chance to serve it out here. Kunieda attacked the last time Hewett served for it.
Love 15.
And there it is again. There's the attack you talked about. And it seems it's been the returners' game here for the last 3 games or so. Big advantage to the returners. Alfie shaking his head a little bit. Needs to get back on track here. Don't let this game get away from him as quickly as he did the last service game he had.
Oh,
15
Kunieda
all.
was trying to attack.
Any free points either of these guys can earn down the stretch here will be
Huge.
gladly taken. Forehands looking a little tight by Alfie there. Normally some of those forehands earlier in this match, he's been kind of targeting and hitting targets. Several of those just driven hard through the middle when he could have had some other opportunities. And then that last one in the net there shows me still a little bit of tension in there. Understandably so.
Oh, he got it.
30 all.
I thought he was a little defensive there, Paul, and he got away with it. Ended up hitting a brilliant winner.
Yep. Shingo pulls him out. He was there. Yeah, that's just a ball that he worked back into the court. Gave himself enough air underneath it to let it travel. Come back in. Here we go.
Championship point for Hewett on his own serve.
Second time, maybe. Second time's a charm here.
First championship point he had was on Shingo's serve. They are just ready to explode.
Coaches live these matches inside, internally. Tears him up.
Game, set, match.
There
And
it is.
Alfie Hewett
2 sets
has
to love.
just won the U.S. Open.
6-3, 7-5.